Hi there. Hey, my name's Jeff, and I like to cook in my truck. I like to eat healthy. And so some of the people have been asking me that, how do you do it? How do you cook in a semi truck? Well, I do it, and I like it. And so today I'm going to do a little video on what I do. And so I'm just going to go over some of the ingredients to start with, and then I'll kind of reposition, get things going, and do a little video on what I do. And I tell you what, I wish it had scratch and sniff, and I wish you could taste it, because it's just lip smacking good and healthy. So first off, let's start out with, I like eggs, and eggs are healthy for you. Superfood healthy. So these are extra large eggs. I'm going to use 4 of them in tonight's meal. The other thing I like with my eggs is bacon. So I like using bacon bits. They're pre-made. All you got to do is sprinkle them on. You'll see how I use them. Very healthy. Good for the keto diet. The other thing, simple ingredients, is cheddar cheese. Now I like, or any cheese you want to use, I like extra sharp cheddar cheese. So I'm going to use some shredded cheese. I like adding a little bit of grass-fed keto Kerrygold butter. All right. And when I'm all done, I'm going to put a little bit of Tabasco sauce on it. I like the Tabasco sauce. So let's get started, and hope you enjoy what you're seeing. All right, I'm back here with you. I'm going to give a little shout out here to my dealership sold me this truck, Corpus Christi Freightliner, and they gave me this beautiful knife. I use it as my kitchen knife, and but it's a 2020 Freightliner Cascadia with a driver's lounge. I'm sitting back in the driver's lounge right now, and I like to make sure before I put my eggs in that I got a good hot skillet here. So I got a little butter, going to put her in there, and as you can see, it's dancing, it's walking away. So I know my pan is ready. So here we go. We're going to do 1 egg. We're going to 2 eggs. 3 eggs. 4 eggs. I tell you what, in my little compartment there's only 1 egg left. I think I'll just use her. So it'll be a little bigger. That's all right. I haven't eaten anything today. I've been keto fasting all day, and so there it is. You see it all frying in there? Good deal. It's already turning white. So now I'm going to take my bacon bits, and I got to figure out how to open it up. You know, it's almost child-proof, probably trucker-proof, but I'll get her going here. Doggone it. Eggs a little. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Fingers are slick. Why is that? Got a leg on them. All right, I'm going to liberally sprinkle my bacon bits right over the top of them eggs. Now, I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, but this is a pretty inexpensive hot meal anybody can make. I went to Walmart and I bought this cheap frying pan. I got an inverter in the truck, converts DC into AC, and there you go. Now, I use a beef stick container to store my silverware, or in this case, plasticware. That way I can throw it away. What truck driver wants to do dishes, and what sink do we have to do dishes in? So what I'm doing right now is, whoops, that's hot. I'm breaking my yolks, all right? I don't like runny eggs, so there we go. So now I got my bacon in the batch. I got my eggs in, got my bacon bits in, got my butter in, and let that cook just a little while. But yeah, I'm a member of Redneckinize, and we're the do-it-yourself trucker, and one of the things that we do is teach other people on how to, you know, not spend a lot of money, how to get by on the road cheap as possible. And so this is one way that us truckers can eat healthy, have a hot meal, be, you know. Now then, I got my cheese. Now I'm going to sprinkle that pretty generously on here. I'm glad the video is picking it all up, because it's good to get those in while the eggs cooking, because one of the big things you want these cheese. There we go. See all the cheese on her? It kind of looks like an egg pizza, but it's not. It's my egg cheesy scramble, I call it. And you let that set for a while, and as that egg cooks up a little bit and the cheese melts down, the butter gets in there, it gets all happy with each other, you know. And at this point here, if you wanted, you could add, if you want to add peppers to it, you know, or onion, or any other thing like an omelet, you're welcome to throw that in there. A little salt and pepper you can throw in there. I like putting pepper on later. But you can put it in right wherever you want. Now, as I'm looking at this, my eggs is getting still kind of runny there. I'm going to move it a little bit, spread it out. All right, there you can see kind of what it all looks like, right? And as that cheese melts in there, you can see the cheese starting to melt around there. The ingredients is coming together. Right now, I'm cooking at 250. I'm going to crank it up to about 300. I want to go 350. Now, one thing about a variable pan like that, you can change whatever heat you want. Something you got to be careful when you're in an inverter like mine. I got a little gauge here right now. My battery level is dropping to 12.6. Well, when it drops too low, you'll get a beep, 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 beep. And that's telling me that I'm using more electricity than what the batteries can recover at off the alternator. So as long as that don't start beeping, we're good. And I tell you, my egg is starting to melt good now, and everything's coming together. The brown is browning. The egg is browning, I mean. And I like a little brownness to it. My cheese is starting to melt. And here's what I keep looking at my alternator, but I'm okay. Now, see, I got my plastic fork. I'm going to start scrambling this thing, because what I want that cheese to get to the bottom, and I want the egg to get done. And I like my cheese a little bit on the brown side. I don't know if you ever gone to a restaurant and ordered French onion soup, and they bring you that, and all the cheese is on the outside. Ain't that just so good? And when that cheese is browned out, you know, and kind of crispy almost, it just adds flavor. I don't know, I'm not a Gordon Ramsay, I'm not an Emerald, anybody like that, but I want to call my cheese, I think it's just caramelizing a little bit. What do y'all think? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to spread her out here a little bit so the cheese gets to the bottom. The heat, like I said, I got the heat about 350. I started out about 250, and that is just so my inverter, my APU on the side can start running, so the alternator would be turning, and then you could turn it up slow like that, and it's usually your inverter will keep up with your power. If you start out at 350, then it puts too big a load on everything. It'll start beeping, and sometimes that inverter will shut off. Well, if the inverter shuts off, guess what? You lose all your power, and you lose your heat. So, as you can see what I'm doing here, they're all coming up pretty good. There you go. You know, it's cooking. And I can do it right here in my truck. I'm quarantined. Nobody get in, nobody get out. For sure now, I locked the door. They can't get in at all. I'm back here in a sleeper. But boy, that old butter, it's a popping and a dancing and looking good. And the cheese is getting happy with the bacon, and the egg is celebrating them all coming down on top of them. I mean, to tell you, this is good. Oh, look at this. Getting hard, getting stiff. It'll be just a little bit longer. And I can feel my little plastic fork hitting the heat and starting to wanting to crack. It might break on me. That's the trouble using plasticware, but it works. I tell you, it works. And the nice thing about it, I won't show it in this video, but the nice thing about using a non-stick electric skillet like that, after you let it cool down a little bit, all you gotta do is wipe it out with a paper towel. It's clean. I mean, it's clean. And I ain't cooking for nobody else but myself, so yeah, look at that, man. I'm gonna spread that out one more time, hopefully get some more color going here, because that is just about ready to eat. Man, I can't wait. I'm hungry. I eat 2 cups of bulletproof coffee in the morning and a couple beef sticks during the day, and here it is about 8 o'clock Central Time, and I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry, and I'll eat this. I'll listen to a little bit of the news and watch a little bit of Hogan's Heroes, and I'll be ready to hit the rack and go out trucking one more day. I started my morning this morning over on western Texas. Yesterday I picked up the trailer up in Phoenix and had to be there by 5 or 6:30 today. I delivered by 5:30, so that makes the brokers and my boss and everybody real happy. And that's good to keep everybody happy. Now we're going to make my tummy happy and turn it. Oh, see what I mean by that color? Look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's just getting the right color. All right, and I tell you what, I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna let that go just a little bit longer. I am going to get my fine trucker china out and show you a little bit of fine trucker china. All right, and let's see. Well, there's my last ingredients I didn't show at the beginning because I said I'd like it at the end. All right, trucker china, right there it is. It's a piece of paper plate. All right, let's just plate this up a little bit for you now. See, it didn't take too long. I didn't stop that video. I just talked right on through it there. And I'm going to plate her up here. I'm going to put a little bit of that brown down so you can see what or brown up so you can see what I'm talking about. The caramelization of the egg and all. Oh, there's a pretty one. All right. So now I got that plate. Let's put a little bit more on. Get it here. All right. One more time. All right. Now then, as Emerald would used to say, you got to hit it with a little seasoning. So I'm using pepper, and I like fresh ground pepper. So I'm going to, got a little Botten pepper mill here. I bought it. My sister and brother-in-law and my nephew, they run a little grocery store, and they sell this McCormick brand. It's a throwaway pepper grinder. And then my Tabasco sauce here. Bam, 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 bam. Like the old Emerald. I used to get a kick when he did that. Bam, bam. Oh, there we go. And there it is. There's my finished plate of cheesy bacon scrambled eggs. Y'all have a good evening. And if this worked out really well, I get some followers going on YouTube and all, I'll make another one. I make ribeye steaks in here, hamburger in here. I make a tuna casserole in here. I mean, I love eating and I like cooking and I love the truck drive, and I can do it all right here. So until next time, y'all, take care. Bye.